Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll start with our next head cash flow from investing activities and we will solve question of book T.S. Grewal edition 2020-21. First of all, what is the meaning of investing activities? Investing activities are those activities which involves acquisition or disposal of long-term assets and other investment which are not included in cash and cash equivalents. It means, in short, we can say that our investing activities head is a head which deals with non-current assets as well as non-current investments. It is a head which records buying and selling of non-current assets as well as non-current investments. Now let us read the format of cash flow from investing activities. First of all, we are recording inflow of cash flow from investing activities, which is through sale of tangible asset, even sale of intangible assets other than marketable securities, amount received on repayment of loans and advances. Repayment here means the person to whom loan and advance has been given, that person is repaying that loan or advance, or we can simply say it is recovery of loans and advances. Rent received, if investment has been made in property, then rent received is inflow of cash which will be classified under head investing activity. Dividend when amount is invested in shares. Interest received when the amount is investing in debentures. Receipt of income from investments, that is non-current investments, and current investment other than marketable security. Any purchase of tangible or intangible asset will lead to outflow of cash. Loans and advances given. If loans and advances are given, definitely it will lead to outflow of cash. Purchase of investment may be non-current investment or it can be even a current investment other than marketable securities. Here I would like to add on, in operating activities we have recorded amortization of goodwill. That means when there is fall in value of goodwill, it is recorded under head non-cash and non-operating activities. But what if goodwill is rising? When goodwill is rising, it is purchase of goodwill, and that purchase of goodwill is an outflow. So it will be subtracted under head investing activities. Purchase of goodwill. When goodwill is rising, it will be concluded that we are buying goodwill, and that purchase is an outflow which will be recorded under head investing activities. So we will record buying of goodwill under head investing activities. After this, we will read all accounts that need to be prepared when we are preparing cash flow from investing activity. First account that we are preparing is fixed asset account, and this account is being prepared when no separate depreciation or provision for depreciation account is prepared. In this case, we are recording our fixed asset at their book value. So we can see, we know that opening balance of assets is debited and closing balance of assets is credited. This opening and closing balances are book values. Book values means cost less depreciation. Whatever amount comes is book value. We know that we have studied in 11th class, whenever any asset increases, it increases on the debit side. This is left hand side is our debit side. Whenever there is increase in asset, it will increase on debit side. And whenever there is decrease in any asset, it will be on credit side. Now we can see here, when we are selling an asset, this sale will lead to fall in the value of asset. Loss on sale of fixed asset again will be recorded on credit side. However, at the time of sale, if there is profit, that gain, that profit will be recorded debit side of asset account. By statement of profit and loss, here we will record current year depreciation, which will lead to decrease in the value of asset. Even after sale and loss and even depreciation, if there is increase in the closing balance, that means during the year we must have made some purchase of asset. So if both the sides are not telling and we are having some balance left on the debit side, then it is purchase of asset. I hope this account is clear to all of you. See, it is very easy to understand this concept if we understand it by passing journal entries. We know whenever we sell asset, what entry do we pass? Entry that we pass is bank account debit to assets account. From this also you can see when we are selling asset, assets are being credited. So on the credit side of asset, what we have to write is by bank or by cash. It can be bank, it can be cash. So this is how the entries are being passed. Similarly, if I talk about depreciation, entry is very easy. It is depreciation account debit to assets account. Again, we can see there is fall in the value of asset. That is why asset is being credited. So we are crediting assets, asset side, by writing depreciation during the year. It can also happen that a business, instead of preparing one asset account, is preparing separate account for both asset as well as provision for depreciation. In that case, how the items will be adjusted? See, there is a very minute difference between the two. We will write opening balance on the debit side as we were writing in our asset account, where we were keeping our values at book values. Closing balance on the credit side, again sale credit, loss on sale will be credited to asset account, and gain, any if any, will be debited to asset account. Purchases will be debited. Now we have to prepare provision for depreciation account. Provision for depreciation account is a separate account which is reflected on liability side of balance sheet. Therefore, opening balance will be reflected on the credit side, and closing balance will be written on the debit side. In provision for depreciation account, if we recall what we have studied in 11th class, we used to record current year depreciation on credit side. So on debit side, what depreciation we used to write? We used to write accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation is a total depreciation which is being calculated on the asset which is being sold. This amount is transferred to even asset account. So this topic is very, very important. Maybe in paper you are being asked to prepare fixed asset account at cost as well as provision for depreciation account. Remember, it is very easy to write opening balance, very easy to write closing balance, very easy to transfer amount of sale, amount of purchase, which can be a balancing figure, loss on sale, gain on sale. But this is very important. In majority of question, if accumulated depreciation is given, this amount will be reflected on credit side of asset account, also on the debit side of provision for depreciation account, because this will help you to calculate this current year depreciation. And why we need this current year depreciation? Because this is the depreciation which is added under head operating activities. Subhead is non-cash and non-operating activity. So this current year depreciation is being required because the same will be recorded under head operating activities, and this is being reflected under adjustment of non-cash and non-operating activities. I hope both the ways are clear to you. When there is no need to prepare separate account, that is provision for depreciation account, in that case current year depreciation will be recorded in asset account itself. But when we are preparing provision for depreciation account, then current year depreciation will be reflected in provision for depreciation account itself. Now how can we calculate gain or loss on sale of an asset? See, the formula is cost minus accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation is a total depreciation that is being calculated on the asset till date of sale. This is the total depreciation which is calculated till the date of sale. Now from cost, when we will subtract book value, what we will get is, from cost when we will subtract accumulated depreciation, we will get book value. And when we will compare this book value with our selling price, when this book value is being compared with selling price, either we will be having profit or we will be having loss. When we will have profit, when selling price is more than book value, then we will be having profit. And when we will be having loss, we will be having loss when book value will be more and selling price will be less. Again, I would like to recap the formula. Cost minus accumulated depreciation is book value. Cost minus accumulated depreciation is book value. Now from this book value, we have to compare our selling price with this book value so as to evaluate whether the business is earning profit or loss on sale of fixed asset. Starting with our first question for cash flow from investing activities, read question number 23. Mars Limited has plant and machinery whose written down value on 1st April 19 was 9,60,000. 1st April 2019 is our opening balance. This is our opening balance. And on 31st March 20, we have balance of 10,50,000. Very clearly in question it is written that this is book value, written down value. That means there is no need to prepare separate provision for depreciation account. After that, it is written depreciation during the year. So that means it is current year depreciation amounting to rupees 35,000. As told earlier, credit side, we will record fall in asset, and on debit side, we record rise in assets. After that, we are given a part of plant was sold for 45,000. So by bank, for how much are we selling? We are selling it for 45,000. Its written down value was 60,000. That means in this case, there is no need to do cost minus depreciation, as already we are given book value, and book value is given as rupees 30,000. Now we can see our book value is 30,000 and we have sold our asset for 45,000. So this means we are earning profit, or we can say gain on sale of asset amounting to rupees 50,000. And where do we record gain on sale of fixed asset? It is recorded on the credit side. It will be recorded as 15,000. Now we can see in our question, we are having opening balance, we are having closing balance, we have amount of sale, depreciation, as well as gain on sale. After putting all these values in our account, we could still see that our account is not balanced and we are having a balancing figure on debit side. So what does it mean? We are buying asset. How? In beginning we were having asset of 9,60,000. we charge depreciation, we sold asset. Even after that, we are having, you know, a, a big amount of closing balance, an increase in closing balance. So when will our asset increase? How it will increase? When there will be further purchases. So further purchases will be our balancing figure. Now, after preparing account, that is plant and machinery account, next is calculation of cash flow from investing activities. Now, what all we have to take from this account so as to calculate cash flow from investing activity? We will take amount balance of sale as well as of purchases. This sale of plant and machinery of 45,000 will lead to inflow of cash under head investing activity, and this purchase of plant and machinery will lead to outflow of cash under head investing activity. और जब हम इन दोनों को solve करेंगे, what we will get? We will get cash used in investing activity amounting to rupees 1,10,000. I hope this question must be clear to all of you. Coming to our next question, question number 24. Let us read the question first. From the following information, we have to calculate cash flow from investing activity. Investment in 10% debentures are given. Land and building is given. Additional information may given a half of the investment held in the beginning of the year was sold at 10% profit. Depreciation on land and building was rupees 50,000 for the year, that is current year. Interest received on investment amounted to rupees 75,000. सबसे पहले जो सबसे easy task है, what we will transfer the opening and the closing balance of land and building account and investment in 10% debentures account. In question, we can see that first we are given closing balance and then opening balance. That means a student have to take, you know, care that when he is transferring the balance, he is transferring the correct amount of opening as well as closing balance. Opening balance of land and building is 9 lakh. Closing balance of land and building is 15 lakh. It is 15 lakh. Similarly, opening balance of investment is 5 lakh and closing balance is 10 lakh. After transferring opening and closing balance, we will read the information given. Half of the investment held in the beginning of the year was sold at 10% profit. Half of investment held in the beginning. In beginning, we are having investment of rupees 5 lakh. Half of 5 lakh have been sold. That is 2,50,000. And this has been sold at a profit of 10%. So we will add 10% profit, which is equal to 25,000. So actual amount of sale is 2,75,000. Now investment have been sold. When investment will be sold, there will be fall in investment. So it will be recorded on the credit side. We will write by bank. This is our sale, 2,75,000. Gain on sale will be recorded on the debit side, which amount to rupees 25,000. Now we can see we are having opening balance of 5 lakh. Half of the investment have been sold. Still we are having increase in the value at end of the year. It is rising. So the balancing figure will be purchases during the year to bank amounting to rupees 7,50,000. Second adjustment, second additional information is given. Depreciation on land and building amounting to rupees 50,000. Again, depreciation will decrease the value of asset. Therefore, it will be recorded on the credit side. We will write by depreciation 50,000. If from 9 lakh, which is opening balance, we will subtract our closing balance, we will subtract depreciation. Still, the closing balance is rising. It is becoming 15 lakh. That means during the year, again, we are making purchase of land and building. I hope preparation of account is clear to all of you. Now the next step is calculation of cash flow from investing activity. First of all, we have to see what all we need, what all information we need from these accounts. We will get amount of purchases of land and building. We will get amount of sale of investment as well as amount of purchase of investment. Sale of investment in 10% debenture will lead to inflow of cash under head investing activity. Purchase of land and building will be outflow. Purchase of investment in 10% debentures will again be an outflow. Also, third additional information is given that interest is received on investment, which is an investing income. It will be added here. After adjusting inflow and outflow under an investing activity, we will get cash used in investing activity, which is equal to rupees 10,50,000. I hope this question is clear to all of you. Starting with our next question, question number 25. Here we are given asset at cost, accumulated depreciation account or provision for depreciation account is given, patents are given, additional information is given that machine costing 90,000 with accumulated depreciation 60,000 was sold for rupees 50,000. Patents written off were rupees 50,000 while a part of patent was sold at a profit of 40,000. So first of all, before calculating cash flow from investing activity, we have to prepare machinery account and accumulated depreciation account as well as patent account. Let us first close and prepare machinery and accumulated depreciation account. See, we are given opening balance of machinery 9,50,000. Closing balance of machinery is given 10 lakh. Accumulated depreciation opening balance is 1,10,000 and closing balance is given 1,50,000. After this, we will first read our additional information that a machine costing 90,000 on which accumulated depreciation, that means depreciation till the date of death, has been given 60,000. This is the depreciation that we will write on the debit side of accumulated depreciation account, and from here it will be transferred to the credit of machinery account as well. Cost minus accumulated depreciation is book value. Book value of our asset is 30,000. This asset has been sold for 50,000. So there is gain on sale of 20,000. This gain will be written on the debit side of asset account. By bank, sale is 50,000. We can see we have transferred opening balance, closing balance of asset, by bank sale of 50,000, accumulated depreciation of 60,000, gain on sale 20. Even after sale, we could see there is rise in balance, closing balance of asset. It must be because we must have made purchases during the year, which is amounting to rupees 1,40,000. Coming to our accumulated depreciation account, we have already transferred opening balance, closing balance, as well as accumulated depreciation balance on the asset that is being sold. We will get the amount of depreciation during the year. That means current year depreciation as balancing figure. This is our balancing figure. After preparing machinery account, accumulated depreciation account, next account that we have to prepare is patents account. Coming to patents account, first of all, we have to transfer the opening and the closing balances of patent. Opening balance is 3 lakh, closing balance is 2 lakh. It is also mentioned in the question there was writing off patent amounting to rupees 50,000. This writing off will decrease the value of patent Therefore, it will be recorded on the credit side. Also in question, it is mentioned that a part of patent was sold at a gain of 40,000. So gain is given. So in this case, bank balance on credit side, that is amount that we are getting through sale, will be our balancing figure amounting to rupees 90,000. In this case, we could see there is sale of patent amounting to rupees 90,000, sale of machinery is given 50,000, and purchase of machinery was for rupees 1,40,000. After adjusting all inflows and outflow from cash flow under head investing activity, we are getting nil balance. Nil balance as cash flow from investing activities in this question. I hope this question is clear to all of you. Starting with our next question, question number 26. In question number 26, we are given opening and closing balance of machinery account. That means machinery account must be maintained at cost. We are also given opening and closing balance of accumulated depreciation. During the year, a machine costing 25,000, cost is 25,000. Accumulated depreciation on this machinery is given 15,000, was sold for 13,000. From above, we have to calculate cash flow from investing activities. Now, how can we calculate it? First of all, we have to transfer the opening and the closing balances in both machinery account as well as accumulated depreciation account. Asset will have its opening balance on debit side and closing balance on credit side. Opening balance is 50, closing balance is 60. Accumulated depreciation opening balance will be recorded on credit side because accumulated depreciation account or provision for depreciation account have its balance on liability side of balance sheet. Closing balance will be recorded on the debit side. After writing opening and closing balance, we are given that a machine costing 25,000. Cost is 25. Accumulated depreciation is 15,000. So cost minus accumulated depreciation is book value. The book value of this machine is 10,000. This machine is sold for 13,000. If a machine of 10,000 is sold for 13, we must be earning gain on sale. This gain will be written on the debit side of asset account. By bank, we sold it for 13,000. Now, this accumulated depreciation will be transferred on the debit side of accumulated depreciation account. Also, it will be written on the credit side of asset account. As earlier we have discussed, we are given opening balance of accumulated depreciation account, closing balance of accumulated depreciation account, also depreciation, total depreciation on assets sold. So balancing figure will be current year depreciation. This is the depreciation that we have to add while calculating cash flow under operating activity. It will be recorded under head non-cash and non-operating activities. Now, after selling an asset, charging depreciation, still we could see that closing balance is more. It is rising. So again, what will be the reason of this rise? We must be buying asset during the year. That will be our balancing figure. Now, when we will prepare cash flow from investing activities, what all we could take from these accounts is sale of machinery as well as purchase of machinery. These will be adjusted so as to evaluate the amount of cash flow from investing activities. Let us see on the next page. Sale of machinery is 13,000. Purchase of machinery is minus 35,000, which will lead to outflow. So cash used in investing activity is 22,000. I hope this question is clear to all of you. Starting with our next question, question number 27. In question number 27, we are given plant and machinery opening and closing balance. Investment long term, opening and closing balance is given. Land is given at cost, both opening and closing balances are given. Depreciation charged on plant and machinery is given. Plant and machinery with book value 60,000 was sold for 40,000. Land was sold at a profit of 60,000. So here we have to prepare all three accounts: plant and machinery account, investment account, and land account. First, we will prepare plant and machinery account and investment account. So what we will do, we will first transfer opening balance of assets on the debit side, closing balance on the credit side, both in case of investment as well as in case of plant and machinery. After transferring these balances, we could see it is written in additional information that there was depreciation on plant and machinery. So we will write by depreciation 50,000. Also, it is written that there was an asset, plant and machinery, for rupees 60,000 which was sold for 40,000. So we can write by bank, how much amount are we getting? 40,000. If an asset of 60,000 is sold for 40,000, what the firm is incurring, the company is incurring, the company is incurring loss of 20,000. So this loss will also be credited to plant and machinery account, and balancing figure will be purchases. Now the next information that is given is no investment is sold during the year. We can see there is rise in the value of investment. Earlier it was for 40,000 and now the closing balance is 1 lakh. So during the year there is purchase of 60,000. So this will be recorded on the debit side of investment account. After preparation of plant and machinery account and investment account, the next account that we have to prepare is land account. Again, in land account, we have to write opening and closing balances. We'll write opening balance on debit side, closing balance on credit side. In question, it is given that a piece of land was sold at a profit of 60,000. So that gain, that profit will be written on the debit side of land account, and we will be having bank sale as balancing figure on the credit side. After preparation of all these three accounts, we will prepare cash flow statement in which we have to show calculation of cash flow from investing activities. There is sale of land which will lead to inflow of cash. So it will be added in cash flow under investing activity. There is purchase of plant and machinery which will be outflow of cash. Sale of plant and machinery, inflow of cash. Purchase of investment, outflow of cash. Balances can be taken from these accounts, and what we will get? We will get cash used in investing activities. I hope this question is clear to all of you. Now coming to the last question of today's video, question number 28, a very easy question. We are given that goodwill is falling. If goodwill is falling, it is amortization of goodwill. In that case, this fall of 25,000 will be recorded in operating activity head. But what if goodwill is rising? If goodwill will rise, then it will be purchase of goodwill. In that case, it will be an outflow to be recorded under head cash flow from investing activities. After that, we can see patents are rising. So we must be buying, we must be purchasing patents. So we are purchasing patent for rupees 25,000, which is the difference between current year and previous year. Land is decreasing, so we will take it as sale of land. Furniture is increasing from 21,000 to 2,46,000. This is an outflow purchase of furniture. Plant and machinery, net balance is same, so there is no sale or purchase. 10% investment, opening balance was 2 lakh. Now the balance is 1 lakh 80. So we will assume there is sale of investment. Last point is given accrued interest on investment. See, in beginning we were having investment for rupees 2 lakh. And if we are assuming that these investments are sold at the end of the year, then interest on this investment will be 20,000. If out of this 20,000, 6,000 is still outstanding, accrued, not yet received, then the remaining 14,000 must be received in current year. So it will be added as inflow under head cash flow from investing activities. After adjusting all the items, what we will get? We will get cash used in investing activities. I hope all the questions that we have discussed in today's video are clear to you. Thank you for watching this video. Stay connected.